Now to the government shutdown that's going on for 20 hours now, and another vote to end it failed today. Now the Democrats and Republicans are pointing the fingers at each other. Erica Brown is at the White House with the latest.
In the wake of a partial government shutdown, some government offices went dark, with thousands of federal workers told to stay home, and the blame game is in full swing.
The Chuck Schumer AOC wing of the Democratic Party shut down the government.
With Congress failing to pass a short-term funding bill, about 750,000 federal workers are expected to be furloughed. The Trump administration is also threatening mass firings as some government offices are shuttered. Republicans want to extend funding at current levels, but Democrats are holding out for concessions on health care, including extensions of Affordable Care Act subsidies and reversals of cuts to Medicaid.
They're boycotting negotiations because they want premiums to go up on people in this country. They don't want to be held accountable.
I just say to my Democrat colleagues who want to work on this, fantastic, that's great. Let's not hold hostage all of these innocent Americans.
Government workers deemed essential, like air traffic controllers, TSA, and military personnel, will stay on the job but are required to work without pay.
A lot of good can come down from shutdowns. We can get rid of a lot of things that we didn't want, and they'd be Democrat things.
With thousands out of work nationwide, the pain could be widespread and cost the U.S. economy hundreds of millions of dollars a day.
It could cause a little bit of a dent in the economy, but I don't think that's the issue. I actually think it's a much more personal issue that these people are going to struggle, and the people where they shop are going to struggle.
This is the first government shutdown in nearly 7 years, with little sign of any breakthroughs. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
More than 115,000 federal employees in New York State, and Governor Hochul says tens of thousands of those will be furloughed.
Solve this crisis and do the basics of governing, which is provide a budget that takes care of the people.
The governor predicts pauses or delays in the processing of applications for Social Security, veterans benefits, and other federal benefits as well. The shutdown is already having a direct impact on two major transportation projects in New York City. Today, we learned $18 billion in funding is now on hold. Jenna DeAngelis explains why.
The bad news just keeps coming.
On the first day of a government shutdown, the director of the U.S. Office of Management and Budget posting on X, roughly $18 billion in New York City infrastructure projects have been put on hold to ensure funding is not flowing based on unconstitutional DEI principles, specifically the Hudson Tunnel project and the 2nd Avenue subway.
Culture wars. Over the tens of thousands of jobs that we've created with these infrastructure projects that were literally talked about for decades.
The Transportation Department said it had been reviewing whether any unconstitutional practices are occurring in the projects, and the shutdown forced it to furlough the staff responsible for conducting the review. It says until it's complete, project reimbursements cannot be processed.
But when the Democrats shut down the government, we have to actually do a little triage to make sure the most critical and most essential services are provided.
The DOT blaming Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries for the shutdown, both among Democrats firing back.
The Trump administration is inflicting maximum pain on American people, including the people of New York and New Jersey.
Danny Pearlstein is with the Riders Alliance.
While New York has planned for years to improve commutes for hundreds of thousands of people, what we're seeing in Washington is a different world where power politics is the only language.
These are two long-awaited transportation projects. One would expand the 2nd Avenue subway from 96th Street here into East Harlem and Harlem. The other would construct a new rail tunnel under the Hudson River to connect New York and New Jersey. The Gateway Development Commission is building the Hudson Tunnel project, and its CEO said it complies with all federal laws and regulations, and we remain focused on keeping the project on scope, schedule, and budget. The MTA adding, it looks like they're just inventing excuses to delay one of the most important infrastructure projects in America. The message from commuters?
At the end of the day, the people lose. Get it together, and stop playing politics with our lives.
Jenna DeAngelis, CBS News, New York.
And we have much more on our website, including live updates and what to know about the government shutdown at cbsnewyork.com.